Yo, what's up, guys? Hope you're all doing well. Welcome to an impromptu live stream. I just got done recording 3 videos for the next coming week. So I know this is totally impromptu. I'm gonna taste a couple bourbons for you guys tonight. Actually, this I haven't really ever done this, but we're gonna taste through some bourbons I just reviewed for the channel. Those reviews will be coming out in a couple weeks. So just a little bonus material for you guys that tune in to these live streams. I did not tell anybody about this, so we'll probably only have a few people on this live stream tonight. So if you can comment, say hey, say what's up, let me know if the sound and everything's coming through. Let me just check my settings here real quick on the audio. It looks like everything is coming through pretty clear. So we are going to taste today, excuse me, we are going to taste Penelope Architect Series. Been getting or hearing a lot of really good reviews on this. So I want to taste that for you guys today. And then we're going to taste, let me turn it around here, Discovery 7 for you guys. So excited to do that. If you guys have had either of those, type in the chat. Let me know what you guys think. It is our 22nd wedding anniversary today. So we're going to go out for dinner tonight. So the wife is out with my daughter while I recorded a couple videos. So I thought, hey, I haven't talked to you guys in forever. It's been a while since I've done a live stream, so just wanted to hop on and say hey, say what's up, let you guys know I'm still alive. Life has been extremely hectic for us lately. We haven't really told a lot of people. We've told our close inner circle, our close friends, but my wife was diagnosed with breast cancer about 9 weeks ago and just started chemo last week. So it all the outlook's really good. We think everything's going to be fine. It's just very stressful when life hits you like that. So yeah, you guys, if you're on this live stream, you're you're kind of the first outside of our inner circle to know, because we don't want a lot of, I don't know, we don't want a lot of sympathy, we don't want a lot of attention. It's a weird thing, but we also want everyone who's close to us to know, because we don't want them to feel bad either. It's just emotionally, it's a very hard thing to deal with. But my wife is doing amazing. She's a rock star. She's Wonder Woman, quite honestly. She handled her first round of chemo, and today is a week from her first round, and she just amazes me. So I'm excited to go out with her tonight and celebrate our 22nd wedding anniversary. But wanted to hop on here as well and just say hey to you guys, because it's been a while. I've done a pretty good job of getting reviews out even through all this. Some of our Patreon members were like, family first, don't worry about the reviews, all that kind of thing. And I appreciate that. But honestly, doing reviews, doing photography, doing videography lets me stretch my creative legs. And in a weird way, it's kind of like therapy. So it kind of helps me take my mind off of everything else that's going on in life. Putting a kid through college, another one getting ready to go through college, working, all this stuff. It's just like, I need some bourbon, guys. I need some bourbon. So let me see who's here in the chat. Prescription Bourbon, what's up, buddy? If you guys haven't subscribed to him, go check out his YouTube channel. He's been putting out good content for a long time. So Peter B, happy Friday. What's up, man? Hope you're doing well. Thank you for the prayers, buddy. I appreciate it. We're doing good. Philip Travis, prayers for your family. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Let's see. Also, congrats on 22. We'll hit my 20th in June. Congrats, man. Yeah. I mean, talk about hitting the lottery with my wife. I hit the lottery. She is absolutely fantastic. Let's see. Peter B, hopefully full recovery. Yeah, I think so. All indications are good right now. So just went in for her normal mammogram and had a 4-centimeter tumor. It was like the size of a lime. It's crazy that neither of us felt it. So I guess I'm grabbing handfuls and not small. Sorry, it's horrible to joke about. But yeah, we didn't know till we went in. Yeah, she started chemo, so she's gonna, we'll probably have to do a mastectomy and then radiation and then reconstructive surgery if she wants it. So I'm just letting her decide what she wants to do on all that. So yeah. What's up, Mike? Mike bought Architect today. Can't wait to try it when I get home. Yeah, dude, let me know what you think because people have been going crazy over this bottle. So you know what? Let me pour a sample right now, taste it for you guys. Because like I said, we're going out for our wedding anniversary. So I'm only going to be on about probably 30 minutes today. So yeah, let's get into this. So this is, I think, a mixture of like 4 to 5 year MGP. They're doing the whole, it looks like an architectural label on the back. They've got a nice little blueprint of a tree cut crossways here. So I was a marketing major in college, and this is good marketing, because what are you going to do with 4 to 5 year MGP? There's so many 4 to 5 year MGPs out there. You got to kind of set yourself apart, make it different. So put these French oak staves in it, and we're going to find out if it's good or not. So if you guys have had it, let me know what you think in the comments. Oh, I'll tell you what, the nose is fantastic. You guys can see, I had a couple pours of this already, got it past the neck before I reviewed it because I wanted to let it open up. When I first had it, the youthfulness, there was a little bit of graininess. You could taste the corn. It really kind of popped through. And I was like, man, why is everybody going nuts over this stuff? Wasn't that it was bad. It definitely wasn't like a craft whiskey that's like fresh cut wood, but the graininess was there. The nose on this, though, holy cow, it's like very milk chocolate, very toasted vanilla marshmallow, tons of vanilla, tons of chocolate. I said in my review, and it kind of reminds me in Maker's Mark products, I get this like dusty chocolate note. It's got to be from the staves because I get that same kind of dusty chocolate note on the nose on this. Nothing off-putting at all. A little bit of grain on the nose, but nothing bad. It's just, I mean, if you were smelling this blind, I think you would think it was a toasted product. So if you like, Woodford Double Oaked, if you like any of those Nulu Toasteds, any of those things, I think you're really gonna like this. It is like marshmallow and chocolate and graham cracker. And honestly, like the best note is if you stick your nose in like a bag of Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal. That's what this is to me on the nose. Really nice. The nose I rated like pretty high in my review. I don't want to give it away, but the nose, it's exceptional on the nose. Peter B, I have a bottle of their light whiskey, barrel proof, really good. Yeah, Penelope to me has always been like, they're really good at getting whiskey tubers to review their products. Like they send a lot of their products out. They did not send me this. I bought this bottle myself. And so trust me, guys, like I am always going to give you my honest review, regardless if someone sent me something or not. But I would be crazy to tell you guys when someone sends me stuff, like Barrel has sent me a lot of products, which I review highly and I love, but it is hard to crap on a brand where somebody has sent you something. I've done it before and I still do it and I will always do it. And it probably ruins some relationships, but it is what it is. But I don't know. I think some people who review whiskey, and this may be not fair to say, but I think some channels that review whiskey, it's hard to point out negative or flaws in a whiskey when someone sent them stuff. I could be wrong about that, but because everybody's going nuts over this. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chats here. I just brought home 2 bottles of this last night. Oh, nice. Good, man. Let me know what you think. Ed Sturger in the house. What's up, buddy? Dude, Ed, we have got to do a live stream soon. I've told Ed what's going on in my life, and now everybody knows. But yeah, I want to get Ed and Ben on and some other Patreon members for a live stream and do a tasting soon, real soon. So, all right, let's go into the taste. Cheers, everybody. Happy Friday. We're doing Penelope Architect for those of you just joining. Man, it is so chocolate forward. It's got a really good finish to it. The finish is like the star of this for me. But it's like chocolate, vanilla, marshmallow, a lot of the same notes you got on the nose. What's different on the palate is this amazing like jalapeno pepper spice that just ramps up at the end, and the finish just goes on forever. It is for 104 proof. It's probably the longest finish of any 104 proof bourbon that I've had. It was really, really good. Finish is spectacular on this. Let me take another sip here. It's interesting because it has those youthful grain notes, but not in an off-putting way. It's just there barely. Some people would probably, I would guess, mistake that for the staves. Maybe it is the staves. I don't know. But it does taste a little youthful. But on top of the youth is this beautiful toasted vanilla marshmallow, graham cracker, a wonderful chocolate note. I'm not getting any fruit, but I am getting lots of barrel spice on the back end from those staves, from those French oak staves, I'm assuming. And it's just really nice. It's got a good body to it. I don't want to ruin the review, but I wouldn't put this bunker worthy, but it's definitely bar worthy. If you guys buy this, if you spend $65 on it, you're gonna like it. It's good stuff. It's I enjoy it. And when I first opened it, I wasn't sure about it because of those youthful notes, but I'm super sensitive to those. But Penelope they got 4 to 5 year MGP. What are we going to do to make 4 to 5 year MGP different? Everybody's got 4 to 5 year MGP. So they put these French oak staves, and I think they did a really good job. Of all the Penelope products I've had so far, this is my favorite one, and I've tried a lot of them. So they're doing good things. Let me see here. Blind Squirrel Cinnamon Crunch is spot on. Yeah, man, it's like Cinnamon Toast Crunch, especially on the nose. So Blind Squirrel, you opened one of your bottles? Much needed card suck. Yeah. The finish lasts forever. Really like it. Yeah, I think that is the shining star of this bourbon. For 104 proof, 4 to 5 year bourbon, it's probably the longest finish I've had on a bourbon. It's really, really good. All right, sipping some now. Bourbon Basement. Sir, some of us are still at work. Yeah, I know. So my work schedule is crazy. So if it helps you, Bourbon Basement, I was at work at 5 this morning. So I run a gym. You wouldn't know it by the size of my cheeks, but I train from like 5 in the morning till about 11 or noon, and then I'm off from noon to 3:30 ish. So I come home, work out, eat lunch, take a shower, try to take a 15-minute nap, and then I'm back at the gym till 7 at night. Then come home, have dinner, hit the sack, up the next day. I do that Monday through Thursday, and then Friday I only work from 5 or 6 in the morning till about 10:30, and I'm done at 10:30 in the morning. So I kind of feel like I have a 3-day weekend. So Friday afternoons are the day I record videos for the next coming weeks. So normally I don't go live on Friday afternoons, but my wife's out with my daughter, and we're going out for our 22nd wedding anniversary dinner tonight, but we don't have to be there till 6:30. So I thought, well, I've got some time. We'll just review these 2 that I shot videos for today for you guys, do that live and see who jumps on, even if it's one person, but yeah, we're up to 15. Bourbon Basement. The use was difficult to get past. I don't regret picking it up, but I definitely wouldn't buy it again. Oh, interesting. Okay, well, good. I'm not the only one that thinks the youth is like kind of shining through on this. Dan from the Bourbon Junkies had messaged me and didn't agree that it was youthful. He thought it was the staves. I'm like, man, I taste youth, but he's kind of, it seems like, enjoying in his reviews more youthful notes in whiskey. Lately, but but yeah, I agree with you, Bourbon Basement. I agree that there are some youthful notes in this. And the first time I had it, I wasn't crazy about it. I've been going back to it and I've been enjoying it more and more. So it's I really like the chocolate notes, those vanilla marshmallow notes. It's getting better. It's growing on me. Fred, what's up, brother? Hope you're doing well, man. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Blind Squirrel drank some last night, sipping some now. All right. C. Davis, what's up, brother? Cheers. Have you had the BBC Founders? It's now my favorite Bardstown bottle. Really? No, Mike. I probably can get a bottle. If I'm being 100% honest, the only reason I didn't is because it's I think that's Dickel, right? It's Dickel finished Dickel. So I passed on it because I'm not crazy about Dickel. So we're gonna taste Bardstown Discovery 7 here in a second. But my overall thoughts on Penelope, I think it's bar worthy. I think if you're really sensitive to youthful notes, you're not going to like it as much. I swear some people cannot taste youth in bourbon, and that's okay. And if that's you, then I think you might really like this. I think people who are newer to bourbon are really going to like it. It's 104 proof, so it's got good weight, good viscosity, and good toasted notes. And a lot of people love those notes of like vanilla, marshmallow, s'mores, cinnamon toast crunch, chocolate, and that's packed full here. So I think a lot of people are really going to love that Penelope Architect. But in the end, it's just brilliant marketing to try to make 4 to 5 year MGP a little bit different and stand out from the other guys, in my opinion. So. Okay, Mike. Cool. He hates Dickel and it's his favorite. I love KBS, so that almost had me, but I just wasn't ready to pull the trigger on another $130 bourbon. So all right, let's get into Disco 7. Have you guys had Disco 7 yet? If you have, let me know what you think. We'll switch cameras here. I kept my corks from Discovery 3 and 4. And then I just switch them out since they decided to use cheap corks on Discovery. So I'll just work around you, Bardstown, because that snaps in so nice. So this, let's see, this blend, if you guys haven't heard, we've got 31% Kentucky 12 year. That's 75% corn, 13% rye. 25% 12 year Kentucky. That's 78% corn. So over 50% of this blend is 12 year Kentucky. It's got 8% of this is a 17 year Tennessee, so Dickel, but only 8%. 15% is a 7 year Indiana or MGP, so that's good. And then 21% of this is a 12 year Canadian 100% corn whiskey, which is really interesting, which I mean raised my ears, and I was like, man, I don't know, but Steve Nally, man, everything he blends, I am a fan of. So in Steve, I trust. I was like, I'm gonna go for this and see what we think. And plus, every Bardstown batch that I've had, except Disco 5, I've absolutely loved. Disco 3 was our bourbon of the year, the first year the channel came out. Disco 6 was in the running last year. I think it finished second in our blind. So it's always up there. So we're gonna taste it here. Go on down. Bourbon Basement. I was drinking Disco 7 last night. Had the sweetness of light whiskey and honey. Hints of cedar smoke on the nose. A bit earthy. Oh, interesting. I didn't get the cedar, but I will look for it. The nose is like, man, is it sweet. It is like This is I call some of these whiskeys a fat kid's dream. This is a fat kid's dream, guys. It is sweet. That corn whiskey really is sweet. This to me was like strawberry Smarties on the nose. Now, a lot of times with Dickel, I will get Smarties or those Flintstone vitamin notes, but if I'm blinding bourbons and I smell Smarties or Flintstone vitamin notes, I think of Dickel instantly. And this is Smarties, but it's not off-putting like Dickel usually is to me. But man, it's just, to me, it's strawberries, Smarties, vanilla, maybe like a little hint of tobacco in the back, like sweet pipe tobacco. I love the nose on this. Nose is fantastic. I mean, if I were gonna have this blind and I'm smelling it, I'm excited to take a drink. I know it's gonna be good whiskey. Blind squirrel. I can taste the youth, but it seems like right when I notice it, the French oak flavor hits, then the finish is just great. I agree 100%, blind squirrel. Yep, that was my take on it. Yep. C. Davis has only ever had 6. Oh man, if you can ever get a pour of 3, 4, or even 7 at a bar, I would do it, man. It's good stuff. Yeah, Mike, if you can send me a sample, much appreciated. And then I'll have to find a bottle, I'm sure. Uh, Mike, I like 7 better than 6. Oh, nice. I'm out of 6, so in my review today that I shot earlier, I couldn't blind them. So let's see here. Let me go in for the taste on this. Oh, so good, man. God, his Steve Nally's flavor profile, it just fits with mine. His palate just fits with mine. I really like it. Good weight, good viscosity, tons of sweetness. This Discovery 7 doesn't have as much complexity to me, especially as like Discovery 3 and 4. It's sweet. Excuse me. It's strawberry. There is some of that sweet tart note, but none of the minerality that I hate from George Dickel. I will say this is like borderline. Like I think if he would have blended 1% more Dickel in this, it would have been too much. It is borderline for me. I'm not sure that I would know on the palate if this was Dickel blind. I think I would on the nose. It would be interesting to find out. Let me take another sip. Yeah, it's there. It's just barely though. There's so much sweetness from that corn whiskey that I think it really helps with the Dickel on there, that 17-year Dickel. But I'm telling you, a little less corn whiskey or a little more Dickel, and it would be too much Dickel for me. As it sits now, really good. I love it. It is a great whiskey. Now the question always is it worth what's Bardstown Discovery Series now? It was 130. I think they jumped the price, so I'm not sure what the price is now, but man, is it good. David, what's up, man? Cheers, buddy. Had my first light whiskey recently. Liked it. 13-year. Oh, nice. Nice. Yeah, light whiskeys, it can be good. It can be pretty good. Disco line has been making me nervous. I'm worried that the line is acting like a crashing stock position and it's dead cat bounce right now. Yeah, I mean, when I saw him start blending corn whiskey in here, I was nervous. I definitely was nervous. I was not sure I was gonna like this, but hey, man, they made it work. It's really good. I would be thrilled to have that poured in my glass. It is. I'm enjoying it. Tim, nice. I've enjoyed 7 so far. About 2 hours letting it sit a while. I'm popping the new Sagamore rum cast tonight. Nice. I love Sagamore. Sagamore's good brand. I like their rye a lot. 1, 2 were quick rise, 3, 4 peaked, 5 crash, 6 slowly, 7 is going to be peak, and 8 will be a complete crash. Bourbon Basement, what's the blend of 8? Do you know? I haven't read. I don't know. I have no idea if they've even released it. But yeah, I'd agree with that assessment. 3 was my favorite, but I'm a big fan of that older MGP stock. So 3, I really love 3. Oh, Paul says Disco is 140 now. It's getting up there, man. But that's it's the way the bourbon world is going. It sucks, man. It's getting so expensive. 140 is tough. Um, yeah, I think in my review, I put for value when I rated value, I put it at even at a point 0.5. But I bet for a lot of people this would be less than a point 0.5. Discovery is getting to the point to me where the value is not break even. It's a little less. It's getting really close. They are like hovering on that line. Um, but right now, I'm like super happy with this. I think it competes with some of the best stuff that's been released this year. So that's what I hope for from Discovery. Every year, I want one. I'm hoping one of the discoveries is in my top 5. And then what I do is the highest ranked scores from our channel. You can go to whiskeytornado.com and you can find all the whiskeys I've reviewed in 2022, and I rank them from top to bottom. So our top 5 whiskeys, I will send in blind samples to our top 5 Patreon members, and we do a live stream at the end of the year, and we just vote on what's our favorite whiskey, and that is the Whiskey Tornadoes Bourbon of the Year. So we crowdsource our Bourbon of the Year. Last year, believe it or not, it was Booker's Bardstown batch, which was fantastic. And we have a couple Patreon members that are really into those Jim Beam kind of peanut notes. But Discovery was in second. The other caveat to our Bourbon of the Year criteria is I have to have bought the bourbon on the shelf. So I can't have any favoritism with managers or anything. Couldn't have got it from the back. I have to find it on the shelf, and I have to have bought it at MSRP. Because I don't feel right about rating a bourbon of the year if you can't find it and you have to pay secondary prices for it. If I've got to do that, I'm not going to rate our bourbon. We could do a separate one for allocated bourbons, but Discovery 7 is getting to that point where I can't find it on the shelves anymore. So there may be a time where it's not in our bourbon of the year ranking because I can't find it on the shelves. So that'll be interesting to see. Let's see what else everybody's saying here. Bardstown Discovery at 80 or 90 would be great. Puts in line with barrel bourbon releases. Cheers, Vic. So Vic, I think Bardstown Discovery series, and I've rated the barrel batches pretty high. The latest ones, I really like them. But the Disco series just crushes the barrel blends, in my opinion. You can tell sometimes that those barrel blends are using a little bit younger MGP blended into them. And Disco, like the youngest they have in there is 7-year MGP, which is pretty good aged MGP. Blind Squirrel says he can't find Disco in his neck of the woods. Yeah, I have a store where I can find it, and they'll put it on the shelves occasionally, which is the only reason it keeps qualifying for our Bourbon of the Year. So cough, cough, Ed. Exactly. Yeah, Ed's one of those that loves those peanut flavors. And Ed's been with us since the beginning of the channel, so he gets a vote on what our Bourbon of the Year is. He should probably get 2 votes, as good of a Patreon member as he is. But anyway, no Disco in Connecticut, huh? Bummer, man. It's good stuff. It's really good. But I agree with Bourbon Basement. It might be taking a hit. Booker's Bardstown was my favorite of the Bookers last year. Yeah, so I don't know if you guys saw Friday Night Bourbon Fight that I did on the channel a couple weeks ago, but I did Bardstown Bourbon Batch versus my favorite Booker's batch, which was Country Ham. Besides the Bookers I had an 07 Bookers at our Patreon meetup. That was insane. It was so good. I wish Bookers was still made like that. But yeah, the Bardstown batch blind beat Country Ham for my palate. So it was really good. Disco's price has gone up and they have done away with the metal topper. I know. Yeah, exactly. So I don't know if you saw Poobah, but yeah, I kept the Disco 3 and 4 corks and I just replaced them. So this Disco 7 has the old cork because fuck you, Bardstown, if you're gonna take away these awesome corks. Yeah, so this thing is I love those old corks, man. If you take a trip to Florida, it's always here. All right, buddy. Well, you know, if once my wife beats cancer, we've got a little bit of a road ahead of us. She's got 3 months of chemo, surgery, radiation, reconstructive surgery if she chooses to do that. So we'll have this thing wrapped up and crushed by September, October, and then we're planning on doing a vacation somewhere. I don't know where, but we will need one for sure. Haven't seen it in Chicago, but heard it's been around. Yeah, man. If you're in Chicago, yeah, Disco 7's in Illinois, so it's just a little tough to get. But every conservative in Illinois is boycotting Bardstown, so it might be easier to to find coming up. So yeah, if you're in Illinois, I think Bardstown should become a little bit easier since our governor is now owner of Bardstown or part owner or whatever. So I don't want to get this thing political. Don't go crazy in the comments, but yeah. Yeah, Blind Squirrel, thank you very much. I appreciate it. We had kept it pretty quiet. You know, we don't want a lot of attention or people feeling sorry for us or any of that thing. So we haven't told a lot of people, but it's getting out now, so we don't want anyone to feel bad that we didn't tell them either. It's a weird thing. It's a weird thing, man. But my wife's doing really good. She had her first round of chemo on Friday. And right now she's out shopping with my daughter, and then she's coming home and we're going out for our 22nd wedding anniversary. So yeah, it's all good, man. Hopefully the next round of chemo goes as well as this past round, and she didn't have any nausea or anything like that. Just weird stuff, weird neuropathy, you know, tingling, like taste stuff, that kind of stuff. But man, our bodies can turn on us quick. She's the healthiest person I know, like on no medications, and just went in for a regular mammogram. So if you got wives out there, man, make them go every year for that mammogram. And she had a tumor the size of a lime that we never felt. So I've always heard of people not feeling those things. And you're like, how the hell did you not feel that? And it's just crazy when it happens to you. And all of a sudden, man, your life's turned upside down and you're spending 90% of your time at the hospital or, you know, work hospital. It's kind of a nightmare, but yeah. Poobah, do you think Disco 4 is the GOAT? I think Disco 3 and Disco 4 are really, really close. And I think it depends on your palate. I love older MGP bourbon, and Disco 3 had a lot of that MGP in it. So for my particular palate, Disco 3 was better. But if someone says Disco 4 is better, they're not wrong. It's just, you know, whatever your palate is. Me personally, I like Disco 3. I thought the finish was longer. I just thought it was a little more complex. I just like Disco 3 better. But nobody's wrong. I mean, whatever you like, you like. If somebody liked Disco 4 better, I agree. That's fine. But both of those were great. Both of those were fantastic. Yeah, thanks, David. 22 years. Yep. I still get excited every day I come home, and that's no lie. Like, I'm excited to come home. I lucked out. She's fantastic. She's super chill. She's my biggest fan. When I decided to do, you know, this stupid YouTube channel and people thought I was crazy, she was behind me 110%. So she's fantastic. So anyway, guys, all right, man. It was amazing to check in with you guys. Thank you so much for the support of the channel. I just wanted to hop on today real quick, tell you guys I love you. Thank you especially to our Patreon members who helped me get audio equipment, lighting equipment, camera equipment, bourbon, all those things. It is not cheap to run a channel. But we're approaching 5,000 subs, which is just blows my mind. I'm so excited about that. So thank you guys all for tuning in, especially those of you that are on the live stream, who had a minute to hop on and say hi. I really appreciate you guys. I couldn't do this without you, and I really mean that. And something I never expected is through, my wife being diagnosed with cancer, and me being able to still record videos, edit videos, hop on here, do live streams. It's like therapy for me in a weird way, and it helps me kind of take my mind off all the stuff going on in the background. So you guys really helped me out more than I could ever explain. So I didn't expect that part of this. So anyway, love you guys very much. Hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Be on the lookout. We've got the Penelope Architect review coming out, Disco 7 review coming out, and then I answered the call to Matt on ADHD whiskey, and we did our top 5 bourbons if we had to narrow our bourbon collection down to 5. So that'll be coming out. I'll try to get that edited this weekend, and I'll post that early next week. So love you guys very much. Thanks again for the support. Have a wonderful weekend, and we will chat with you guys later.